Okay, I'm at Tibbetts Creek, and this is in Issaquah. And I'm on the back side of all the buildings. So I came in from that area down there. And these units that I'm looking at in particular are for concrete repair, concrete sidewalk repair, I should say. And really, this is the easiest access through the back as far as parking goes. I'm saying this for project managers. On the outside, it seems like that's where most of the work is on the other side, these little breezeways that go in between the buildings. As soon as you go out, the sidewalk steps have started to sink, and they need to have them removed and replaced. And I was told that buildings B, C, D, and F have these issues. So that's B, here's C, D, E, and F, which is right out in front of stalls in like 1 through 20. Okay. And what we're going to do first is we're going to go down to building B and show you the first one, and then just make my way to C, D, E, and F. Okay, so this first one's at Unit B, and this is probably the closest and easiest access to get concrete back there. All right, so that means parking along the no parking zone here, fire lane, in order to do this. So we'd be right here, or we could be on this side where there is no fire lane, just leave that open. But anyways, if we parked right here and get right up this curb and go up the sidewalk, about 60 feet in, up this sidewalk, you've got this narrow pathway, which is only about 4 feet wide, 5 foot max, maybe, if you go from shrub to rock there. But this is probably the easiest spot, because if you come out this way, you're out on the main road, and we don't want to be out here causing issues out here. So there's an entrance here on the other end where Unit B is, okay? But anyways, we're going to go back here to the repair. All right, and here it is. This step has started to sink from the landing up here. And so their thought is remove and replace the concrete sidewalk and steps. As I was looking at those steps, I noticed that it's cracked all the way out here. So my proposal would be to fix this cracked concrete here, because I think that's what's causing that all to sink. So we would do a saw cut here and create the joint around the corner, so that way we could fix that concrete. Okay, this is 4 foot wide by 12 feet up to the steps. Those steps are 7 inches tall, and they are a foot in depth there. They go 12 inches back, 12 inches back. You've got 7 inches plus 7 inches. All right, but this is 4 feet across. Okay, so that means we'd have to remove 4 by 12. I would say out of that 4 by 12, you've got 10 feet of it, which is about probably 4 inches. Let me see here. So removal of 4 inches of concrete. This looks like it's exposed aggregate. I don't think I'll get away with broom finish on here. I just had a situation like this at Westgate Townhomes where it looked like this and they didn't want to do broom finish. I'll say exposed aggregate on here for now, but I'll get approval to see if we can get broom finish on there. And then we'll make that final determination before bidding it back to them. Okay? So 4 by 10 is 4 inches of removal, and then 4 inches of placement to put back, exposed aggregate. You got a water source right here, right next to it. Then you've got these steps that are 4 by 1, and you got to remove 7 inches. And then you've got 4 by 1, 14 inches. So we'll have to put back 7 inches and then put back 14 inches there at B. Okay, and that's it here at B, Unit B, because this one is fine. It looks like it's starting to sink. As a matter of fact, let's do a bid on this too. Okay, let's get a bid in on it. So this is 4 foot by 11 foot. Okay, out of this 4 foot by 11 foot, you've got 4 by 9, 4 inches removal and placement. Then you've got removal of 4 by 1, which is and it's slightly bigger than 12 inches, but we could put it back as 12. It's more like 18 inches right now. No, it's about 14 inches here. But if we say it's a 4 by 1 and it's 7 inches of removal, 7 inches of placement, and then 4 by 1, 14 inches of removal, 14 inches of placement to put back. Another water source right here. Okay. Like I said, it's not really, that looks broom finished there. So I'm going to really see if we can get away with doing this as broom finish. I'll confirm that in the notes. Okay, so at Unit B, it's both breezeways there that need to be repaired. And like I said, here in the back of the property is where we could park for staging. Okay, so that was B there. Now we're at building C, and we're at this breezeway here at C. This one's a little tougher. We'll probably have to wheel around the building, and we're going to take a look at that first. But let's go up between C1 and C2. Okay, so I went up the steps at between C1 and C2 from the back, and I'm noticing, here's some steps that have sunk, so these need to be replaced. Same deal, 4 feet wide. So it's a 4 foot by 14 foot from there all the way over here to this joint. 4 foot by 14. Again, it looks like it might have been exposed aggregate at one point, but I'm going to push for a broom finish. We'll see. Only because I've seen some patchwork, some skim coating done at one point. So 14 by 4, you've got a 4 by 1 step and a 4 by 1 step. One's at 7 inch, one's at 14, needs to be removed and replaced. And then all this right here, which would be, 14, so 12 feet, is at 4 inches. Closest access is right down here is B. Okay, so I just looked at those two areas for Unit B, and you've got steps that come up. So out here's the road, which kind of makes it tough to go from there. So I'm thinking that if we went up the sidewalk, you'd have to come to here. I don't know if a pump truck or something, or with a boom that can go over the house would be the idea that we use or not. I don't know. I'll talk about that at the office. But there's one, and if you just walk down the sidewalk here, you can see some grinding's been done in the past. But now you got another one here. So we're gonna go from there over to this joint, and this is still at Unit C. But you can see there's a breezeway that goes all the way through down the stairs. This is a 4 by 9 here. So at 7 feet, you got remove and replace 4 inches. And then you've got a 4 by 1 and a 4 by 1, one at 7 inches, one at 14 inches. So this tree behind my head was hitting me. I was wondering what the heck it was. Okay, so yeah, 4 by 7 is here, and then you got 2 more feet. So the 4 by 7 at 4 inches, the 4 by 1 at 7, 4 by 1 at 14. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna make our way over to Unit D. Okay, so just for reference, it's C4 and C3 where you've got this breezeway that I just looked at. Okay, so I just went up through that breezeway, showed you the repair over there, which is next to B. I went up, around, over to that one, came back down. Now I'm moving over to D. We're gonna walk through the breezeway between D2 and D1, I believe. Yeah, D1, D2. We're gonna go see how this looks. Okay, so this one looks pretty good. So we're gonna move on down over here to D3 and D4. And that one's starting to sink. So we've got ourselves another situation here where this is starting to crack, but I don't think they need to replace it. This, however, needs to be fixed. This looks a little bit more like the exposed aggregate look. But again, I'm gonna see if we can try to do a broom finish, or if it has to be like for like. Okay, another 4x7, 4-inch remove and replace. Then you have a 4x1 step, 7 inches, and a 4x1 step at 14 inches. Remove and replace. You've got a sidewalk that's here, that goes all the way around. You've got the street out here, out in the front. So if we had a boom and we were parked on the side of the road, might be able to pump it right over to here and get that one done, possibly. Otherwise, it's a staircase that goes all the way down to the back. Okay, I'm gonna keep moving down here over to units B. This is B1, B2. That one looks good. Sorry, that's D, not B. D as in dog. So the D units look pretty good. Looking at this one looks pretty good too. Okay, that got a little confusing. So that was B down there, C, D. I went up through D, saw that stairwell, and it was right at here at the unit in D, D3 and 4, where I was looking at the closest spot to get to that last repair. So that's about 60 feet back, 40 to 60 feet back from the side of the road here. You could stage right here between D and E. So I just walked the backside of E, E1 and E2, and 3 and 4, and it looked fine. So I'm gonna go over to the last part of E here. Okay, there was nothing at unit E. Nothing at E, so the last one is F. And I'm gonna go up between F1 and 2 and come down 3 and 4. Okay, I'm out at the street side now of F, and it looks pretty good. Looks like it's maybe starting to, but we probably don't have to do anything with it right now. If we go over to F3 and 4, this one would be a little easier from the street side here, because we go on the sidewalk and come over. And this one's starting to sink a little bit too. But we've got a joint that's right here. It looks like it was probably done once already. You've got a drain here, a drain there, and you got some drain rock close to the building there. You got a water source right next to this location. You've got the street entrance on the west side, just right here on the side. But right here, we've got ourselves, we're gonna say it's a 3 foot by 4 foot. So we got a 4 foot by 1 foot at 4 inches, 4 foot by 1 foot at 7 inches, 4 foot by 1 foot at 14 inches. Remove and replace. Okay. And like I said before, you got the entrance over here just to the side that we could have access to. So we could potentially be parked right up here. Could wheelbarrow it right in there if we needed to. But that's the access to that repair at F3 and 4. And that's it. I don't think there were any other issues at G. She told me not to look at G. That's it. So they want to get a price on it, and they're probably hoping to get it fixed this year. I'm hoping they'll want to get it done this year. Any other questions, let me know. This is for Susie Hill at Management Trust. I've been getting a lot of requests from them because I've been sending out mass emails telling them about winter work, rain or shine work, seal coating next year, all that stuff. And Susie's pretty good at responding to me and giving me quotes. Any other questions, let me know.